the history is huge, and the drive, the grind people have here is almost unmatchable if you do it right. There's a saying that people in Detroit have: if you can make it in Detroit, you can make it anywhere. And it's so true.
Detroit-based artist Booster Mostyn is a little bit hard to nail down stylistically. His keyboard playing with Detroit-based group Epic Movement is infused with jazz and fusion stylings. His solo singles, like Bleed and Saved, contain gospel elements surrounded by rock and pop instrumentation.
As we cry on the shoulders of our ancestors, we find reasons to fight and argue every day. We never see the real purpose in living, so we only exist for a day. I'm so tired of society. All they ever do is step on me. Now I'm on the ground just trying to get up, yeah.
The stylistic elements that influence his own playing run deeper than only R&B or soul music. When I saw him perform this song at an open mic, all I could think of was soul music.
Soulful music, just, music that not only sounds good, but it feels good. When you could feel the atmosphere that they had in that room when they recorded it. And that's what I was shooting for.
Here's Booster performing Stop This Train, originally by John Mayer.
I'm not colorblind. I know the world is black and white. Try to keep an open mind, but I just can't sleep on this tonight. Not tonight. Singing stop this train. Wanna get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can, but honestly, won't someone stop this train? Don't know how else to say it. Don't want to see my parents go. One generation's length away from fighting life out on my own. On my own. I'm singing stop this train. I wanna get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can't, but honestly, won't someone stop this train? scared of getting older. I'm only good at being young. So I play the numbers game to find a way to say that life has just begun. Had a talk with my old man, said help me understand. He said turn 68, you renegotiate. Don't stop this train. Don't for a minute change the place you're in. Don't think I could ever understand. Tried my hand, and honestly, we'll never stop this train. See once in a while when it's good and it feels like it should, and they're all still around, and you're still safe and sound, and you don't miss a thing till you're crying and driving away in the dark. Singing, stop this train. I wanna get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can't, and honestly, we'll never stop this train. No, we'll never stop this train, no.
6 years old, and Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego was on, and we had a piano in my house. My mom played, and I asked her, I said, Mom, show me this song, like right now. So she went over and showed me where to start. I never forget, it was under the Wurlitzer sign. She said, we'll start with the C, which is right under the W, and that was the first song I ever played. And since then, I've always self-taught myself. Tried to get lessons. One teacher kept falling asleep, which sucked. I did have an organ teacher that lasted for about 2-3 weeks. It's Detroit. He did get murdered. That sucked bad. And the best teacher I've ever had. So I still let that be a push for me. So from 6 years old till now, it's just been self-taught, YouTube, people around me, people remembered, even family members that have passed. It's always been an inspiration to keep pushing or think of some kind of way to musically use the people I know and love. This is about to be hilarious. My mom is a musician, has her degree in music. So when I started learning, we were playing in the church, I was on drums first, my mom on organ. They wanted more instruments. So at 10 years old, I taught my dad how to play the drums so I could play sax. So he became a musician, kinda. After I used sax was great, don't get me wrong. It allowed me to segue into reading from just playing by ear. I got into my 9th grade first band class, had a panic attack, called my dad, asked if he could come pick me up, everything. No, get over it. He said, oh, okay. So I had to teach myself to read. They didn't offer it. It was mandatory to take theory classes at DSA. So that helped a lot. So after I got the theory down packed and I used saxophone, basically I just used it. That was it. So when it got to about 12th grade year, it's when I started more with the production. Mm-hmm. So I had to be on, the keys more because it's where my creative juices were, as far as writing, melodies, harmonies, everything. And that's just where it was for me. Just singing, I guess I've always done, kind of. Even back remembering to, I think it was like maybe kindergarten or first grade. In that church, they gave me a solo. Don't know why. So it wasn't until about maybe 7-8 years ago when I started taking singing like very seriously. Singing wherever I was, even if it irritated people, just to basically fix the things that I knew I didn't have, that I heard other singers, things that they had, as far as just the riffs or like the tone. And I started listening to other people like on YouTube or even the radio of who did I want to build a robot out of, basically. Like if I could use this voice, that voice, and make that my voice, what people am I gonna choose? Right now in Detroit musically, instrumentally, I'm in a jazz fusion band called Epic Movement. Fairly new, but fairly great. Already working on the second project. We released the first project called Project One, Dreamer, in November. We are gigging. We're gigging around. I'm really just trying to dip in everything. I'm doing production for people, and there are possible publishing deals on the table. It's just I'm trying to be versatile and noticeable in almost every arena. Yeah. So even as far as genre of music, I don't want to be stuck in like soul, R&B, or just gospel. If I can put my creative touch inside of techno or rock or even movie scores, which I've done, it's one big circle. But because we were just talking about this, because it's kind of like competition in Detroit, it still makes you want to push. I mean, it's only two options: either you push or you quit. So Detroit has built me into a grinder. I grind. I don't take no for an answer. People at first told me, you should probably stick to piano. Your voice is not all that good. Like, which is so like, the way it is now. Even hearing just the feedback of people, I'm not an arrogant person, so I just go off the feedback of people. There's been a great development within my voice, but that's just because I knew I had to push, and if I didn't push, then the person next to me is gonna get viewed before I do. They'll get the gig before I do because I wasn't on my stuff. And once you get past nerves, then you get to really discover your confidence. Confidence is the main thing that's really going to make your performance, because you get to move around a little more, you get comfortable, you get to talk to the crowd. Just be confident that you're the one that's supposed to be on the stage. A lot of times people, they think too hard. It's like, well, what if I'm not meant to do this? What if they don't like me? Who cares? You up there now, do it. Once you walk into your confidence, you can say, I'm supposed to be up here. I'm supposed to be performing. This is what I do. Man, we're musicians. We want to be everywhere. I don't want to be inside the Detroit box. I don't want to be inside the New York circle, and I don't want to be inside the LA cube. I want to be everywhere, because also, I'm a Christian first. I put God first. I know for a fact that the more places my music makes it, then the more people I can speak to improve somebody's life. It's you listen to my music, everything is Christian based or clean or inspirational some type of way. And I owe my gift, everything I do, to God in the first place. He built me this way. He also built me with enough space to, like I said, grind and improve myself. Rather than just hand it to me with a silver spoon. Next thing you know, I'm the arrogant guy that's like, oh, whatever, I sing better than you. Some people like that. Best of luck to you. But I want to be everywhere. I want to be everywhere so that everybody can hear a message that will make their life just that much better. Some people, you don't know what they go through. They wake up and wish they didn't until they hear your song and say, you know what, I'm gonna try another day. And that's what I'm just trying to reach as many people as possible. Stop this train. It's at one point I thought life would not slow down, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna jump off the train. School was hard. I'm just not a school person, but I tried. But I was living away from home, and I had a girlfriend at the time that I had moved in with that I wasn't supposed to move in with. Come back home, had a child. It's like all the stuff that stands in the way of you becoming what people would call a successful musician. It's like when you get a kid, you can't go to all the late studio sessions that you want to. unless you hiring somebody to watch them or you got family that's willing. You know, when you living with somebody, you can't just bring people in and say, hey, let's rehearse at my house. It's, you know, but as a thriving musician, as a thriving human, adjustments have to be made in order to make it to that successful point still. You know, there's no stopping in the middle of the road. To listen to my music or even download some things, boostermostyn.bandcamp.com. You can search my name in iTunes. My Christmas EP will come up. You can go on SoundCloud and put my name in, and 2 covers I've done are on there. You know, YouTube, you know, stuff is there, you know, for people to listen to. And this month, my album will be releasing, called My OCD. Stands for My Origin, Change, and Destiny. So, ooh, yeah, it's been a project in the making for maybe 4 years now. 4 years. And I feel like that's where the blood, sweat, and tears come from. Yeah, the CD, the album, it literally explains my musical journey, my journey as a human, where I started, where things changed, and where I'm going.
Keep an eye out on DetroitSoulMusic.com for more artist spotlights and interviews, both classic and contemporary.